Here are the dyno results from that video. The dyno was not measuring torque and it wasn't measuring horsepower at RPM, it was measuring horsepower at speeds. They pulled out a fourth gear, which is supposed to be a 1-to-1 ratio in that car. They went from about 53 miles an hour all the way up until about 120 is when it looks like he started to let off. The first pass was 340 horsepower. The second pass was 345. So as you can tell, just in that short period of time, the heat that the motor built up really affected the horsepower. 5 horsepower. That's quite a bit. Now to keep in mind, I drove an hour and a half to get to the dyno that day. 75 degrees, mid-50s in humidity. The entire car was just extremely hot. It wasn't probably a good idea to be the first one up on the dyno, but I was. It was a free event. And yeah, I made 340 horsepower. I would assume on a good day, that'd probably be about 350, maybe even, if I was lucky, 355. Since then, I've done a little bit more exhaust work. I've got a tuner on it now. I would assume to see a little bit higher numbers. I'd really hope to see about 360, 365-ish. Wishful thinking. I don't know what that would correspond to at the crank. If I had to guess, if the car comes with the crank at 370 horsepower and they're supposed to dyno at about 320 to the wheel, and I've gained about 30 horsepower at the wheel, I would say that's probably closer to 50 at the crank. I'd expect to see about 420 at the crank. I could be wrong. I don't have too much experience in this sort of stuff. But yeah, if you have a really good intake, real cold air intake, and exhaust under your car, this is about what you could expect. If you found the video at all helpful, leave a comment, hit like, hit subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching.